Based After Dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Base After Dark Season 2, Episode 27. Got a little switch around here. I missed last week. I'm sorry. Broke the streak. We're going to start a new one starting today. Today on the cast, we have Mr. Ignoble Solid. We have the Tasty Live from YouTube. Coming from the void, Nine Rain has made an appearance. He's back from the holidays. And also jumping on today, we've had him on a few times before. He's filled in. Mr. Sebe, also the owner, operator of the Sebe Cast, the most popular RuneScape podcast. If you care about RuneScape, he's here.
God damn it.
Because we hate RuneScape. Just kidding. We actually talk about RuneScape a little bit sometimes.
What the fuck is RuneScape?
Yeah,
But
we
that's
don't
the
really play
main.
that shit.
Happy New Year, gentlemen. How was the New Year? Anybody have anything they'd like to share? Any resolutions? Any goals? Any mistakes you made on New Year's?
Oh, I've got a few resolutions.
Before
Number
we,
one?
Tasty, before you tell
What
us
the fuck
about
are you
what you
gonna
want
say,
to
buddy?
do
What are you
going
about to say?
forward,
What
look,
the fuck are you
you
gonna
want to
say?
first look back, and then you want to look forward, right? You know?
You
So-
don't want to look
Shut
back,
up,
bro.
dude.
The allegations.
What do you
don't
want me
need
to look back at?
You don't need to
Like,
look
how
back.
was your 2023, baby? Like, well, you know.
You need to look back
I
and be thankful that you weren't on the Epstein docket list, okay? You understand? That's what
Well-
you need to look back at.
We don't know that he wasn't, so let's let's just put that
Bill
out there.
Clinton did
We
nothing
don't know,
wrong.
dude.
He's a great guy. Okay, anyways.
Clip that, please.
Go ahead.
No, I've got a couple resolutions. All right, number one, I think I'm finally gonna upgrade from part-time streamer to medium part-time streamer. Okay, bumping the stream
Hey.
hours.
Love it.
4.
Oh, wait.
to now
What's medium
maybe
part time?
6.
Is that less?
No, it's slightly more. Medium full time. We'll say
Okay.
medium full time.
Okay,
yeah?
I was gonna ask too, because that's
No. I'm fucking dumb as shit. So that yeah. We got that one. Number 2, I'd love to try steroids this year. That looks like a lot of fun. Maybe get some abs. And then number 3,
like
land
some
a bad
real
bitch.
fucking like heavy shit. Or
Well,
like
no, just like fucking. I'm gonna
fast?
go to the doctor. I'm gonna be like, I don't sleep very well. My sexual appetite is low. Like, what could you do?
Say it like
Yeah.
that, dude. Leave a
for
little
me?
zestiness.
Yeah, I am gonna say it like that.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
My
yeah.
dick just
That'll
doesn't go
work
up the way it
too.
used
By the way,
to.
like that's
No, there's a
That
clinic
will
that, like,
work.
genuinely, there's a TRT clinic here that, like, you can go and they will give it to you no matter what. Like,
Mhm.
it's fucking, it's like medical marijuana was back in the day. It's like,
yep.
Dude, good times.
yeah. So I'm not really, well, I'm toying with the idea, but yeah, that's what I got on my docket for 2024. What about you guys?
I think most of my stuff is fitness related. Like, actually, they're not joking. I'm currently under a cut, and I'm gonna continue that. I think until the end of February. And we'll see where we lie with that. I guess that's just a continuation.
What's your goal weight? What are you trying to hit?
Yeah,
I'd like to get in the
shredded
two.
now.
I'd like to get in like the 220s just to see what it's like. But
Okay.
What are you
I'm
now?
right at 240 right now. Before
240?
we left for
Yeah.
TwitchCon, when we left for
240?
TwitchCon, I was like 262. I was like a little over 260.
Damn, hell
Dude, you
yeah.
look
So-
really good for 240. Like, you're leaning down a lot. You got
Yeah,
some
no,
fucking-
it's been great. I was kind of like a shock at first, but now I've like leveled it out. Like a little over 2,000 calories a day type deal. Definitely running more, doing more, going to jujitsu, doing more aerobic stuff instead of just lifting weights, because that's all I was doing before. So I got I was just lifting weights, and like obviously
what
that's not
kinda-
good for the fat burn.
Are you doing a lot of barbell stuff in the gym?
Hmm. I still do a lot of Olympic lifts and stuff like that, and I still
What
use
kind
the
of
barbell.
what kind
a lot,
of weight are
too.
you moving around? I actually just started getting back into barbell. I used to do it way back in college, and then a lot of years happened of just like normal training, and then hurt myself. And coming back from a couple injuries, was doing like strictly calisthenics, and then now I'm doing barbell stuff again.
I don't know what it is about you, man. When I look at you, I just think CrossFit guy. Like, that's literally like.
He is a CrossFit guy.
Dude, you
He is a
do.
CrossFit
It really
guy.
does
I did
kind
do
of.
CrossFit, bro.
Scream CrossFit
Yeah,
guy.
no, we know. Okay,
I
we're
know,
aware.
I don't
You
have to tell people. I just have to shamefully admit it, like,
Yeah.
because I'm
Listen.
accused of that all the time.
I think that CrossFit programs, it really depends on who's running them. Because I've seen some
No,
that are
it's-
terrible because the person teaching is not teaching any. Like,
Yes.
they're just kind of throwing people to
Yeah,
the fucking
One
wall.
I have a little bit of
100%.
insight on this. I'm
It is-
assuming Nine Rain does.
It
too.
is 100% what they call them boxes. They don't call them gyms. It's what box you go to. So whatever gym you go to
Fucking losers,
is the
man.
CrossFit experience you're gonna get. So like, for example, I went to CrossFit Aggieland in College Station when I was in college, and it was run by a dude who was a professional NFL player, and all he did was preach like good form, consistent training, like safe training. We had multiple levels to work into any of the lifts, and it was all about like really just like a hard-nosed kind of football style, strap some plates on a barbell, do it properly. A great experience. I have been to one CrossFit gym that I thought was a pretty poor experience, where there's too many people in it. No one, like, I see people just throwing weight around and no one's helping them out and they look like shit. But almost all of them that I've been to have been really good. Most people who talk shit about CrossFit have never been to a CrossFit gym. And so that, like, it is what it is. But I've heard horror stories. But my experience was always pretty good. So that's, anyways, yes, I'm CrossFit guy. And I'm back to doing barbell stuff. What kind of weight are you moving, PJ? Because I've just started trying to 1 rep max again on stuff.
I don't do any 1 rep maxes, but like I usually just work up to a heavier weight. Like today, for example, I did chest today, right? Bench pressing.
Mhm.
I worked up to 245 and did it 6 times. So
Okay.
and that was like the last two
Solid,
struggled it
solid.
out pretty good. So like I've kept my strength pretty good, honestly, even for losing. Because like when I was like in the 260s, I was throwing some. I could easily like throw upwards of the 300 realm, at least for bench press, and like squat, everything was a lot heavier. But yeah, that's just what I've done is I've just added more cardio in, like for the movement, like the real aerobic stuff, go to like jujitsu because that shit kills you. I'm, like if anybody done any
That's just hard.
wrestling or jujitsu or anything, like and it's also a nice humbling experience to get your ass beat by a man like half your size. Is
Mhm.
always nice. It's good for the
Yeah, I
good for
can
the
I can
ego.
beat the fuck out of you, Seth. Don't even try.
I still have to fight you and Hamzy at the same
It's
time.
really,
at some
yeah,
point.
what you're trying, you're like, it's really humbling to get beat by someone that looks like ignoble.
Yeah, but there's like little things you can tell, like because people who like grapple and like roll. There's like these little small details you can see in like their hands and like how they're built that like that guy will fuck me up. Like you can tell. Like there's just little things.
Do you get
You
those vibes from me, Seth? Do my hands give off
Nah,
the
bro.
fuck
Yeah.
you?
You
Those
got
things
you got
are
soft
choking.
little
Don't
hands.
even-
Yeah, I
you
get
got,
it.
you got softer
Yeah,
hands than me, buddy.
Your jazz hands.
That's saying
Your
something.
hands look like you vote liberal.
These hands vote for Joe Biden, brother. All right.
Wait, okay, wait, Tasty. Are you a powerlifter? Were you a powerlifter?
I
back in the
wasn't.
day?
I was a powerlifter in college. Yeah. I was super into it too. That was like my whole life. I didn't do my
Okay.
schoolwork. I spent like 3 hours. A
And
day
so,
at the
so
gym
you were
pretty much every
doing
day.
strength training specifically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was doing training specifically for squat, bench, dead. Like I wasn't doing any like bodybuilding. I wasn't doing any like cardio really. It was very specific focus training.
Okay. What were you?
Yeah.
What were the biggest lifts you got doing that?
Biggest lifts of all time were 315 bench. I had a
That's good,
515. I had a 515 deadlift.
Holy shit.
And a 405 squat. Like I was a big boy, dude. I weighed 240, and I was like
Damn.
pretty. Like I had very little body fat. I kind of had abs. It was like I was a chunky boy. But dude, speaking of fitness, actually, you guys are gonna fucking like this. Guess what I got for Christmas this year from my brother? Aaron, you're gonna like this one. This is gonna be big for you.
Bowflex.
No,
I
no,
thought-
what the
no.
fuck? What the fuck are you talking about,
Bowflex,
dude?
use code 9RAIN at checkout.
Shit. Do they
No,
even sell those anymore? Are those legal?
Dude, probably fucking.
They have like a bunch of like modernized versions of the Bowflex
Okay,
now,
okay,
where you, like,
yeah, they probably got
you
some
mount them on the
done.
wall.
Got
Yeah.
you a fucking
What
3
did you
DVD
really
set of
get?
P90X. That's probably what it sounds
I
like.
got I got a 350-pound tractor tire in my backyard to flip around.
That's actually kind of
Yeah.
sick, bro.
Dude, it was pretty sick. My brother
I didn't
got it
think-
for me.
I
Some
wouldn't
like
have
dude on
guessed.
Facebook Marketplace, like $60. He just dropped it off.
That's
dumped it in
really
my
good for a
backyard.
tractor tire, bro.
Yeah, dude, for that heavy of a tractor tire, and dude, it is fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Have you guys ever flipped tires before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I'm jealous,
Dude,
bro. That's really
350
fun.
is a big
That's
tire
cool.
to flip, bro. It's a big
I'm a
fucking
liberal
tire.
and I'm a white collar guy. Absolutely not.
was
You
gonna
see his hands?
You're talking about his hands, and the only thing you're chucking with those is that cock, bro. That's about it.
He's like, Ignoble pulls up to his office building. There's a tire in his spot. He just goes around to somewhere else. He's like, guess I'm walking today.
I ain't touching that shit. I'm gonna tell you, I've never changed a tire before. I'll even put that out
Because
there.
you didn't
No,
have
I've-
to,
I've
or
never
because
changed a
you
tire.
called somebody.
That's also-
Because I didn't have to. I haven't had
My
to.
dad had
so.
AAA, and they actually kind of they did it for me.
It's
I would
really,
do that. Geico, but yes.
People,
Geico does that? I didn't know they did that. That's
Yeah.
got out.
I'm not sure why tire
Geico.
changing is supposedly like one of those like a manly rite of passage kind of thing. Like you should know because it's
I don't know.
so simple.
Yeah, it has it literally like with the especially with the newer
I could
modern
figure it out.
vehicles, like
Right, I'm
the
sure.
modern vehicles, they have like it explains it very well in detail what you need to
Well,
do.
and like the first time I got a tire, flat tire, I think I was probably like 19 or something, and I had never, no one taught me. I'd never changed a tire. I was just like, oh, guess this is the lift thingy, and that looks like a good place to put it. And I was like, those are the bolts that hold the tire on, and then you just off and then on with the spare, and you're like, it's done.
I've
There-
never even
like
gotten a flat tire.
It's
Yeah.
not too bad. I feel like
ever.
changing your own oil. That's probably like the most like I feel like that's the most like maybe Keiko and a manly thing. 'Cause you have to get up under there, you gotta get a little dirty.
gotta
It's
get a
also easy
pan,
too.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easy, but like you get a little dirty up in there for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
little
excited.
oil on the
I'm
hands.
happy for the new year though. I'm fitness. I was going back to the goals. Definitely fitness, and then for the podcast, I would like by the end of the year. I think a good goal for this podcast: 5,000 concurrent viewers between Spotify and YouTube. Average that. We average a bit less than that now, but that would be the one. Maybe 500 patrons. Shout out to the patrons. Master, we do have a story today for the Patreon. Tasty, could you explain exactly? I don't know what the fuck you said, but it sounded complicated.
Okay, well, look. All I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna leak too many details, but for the first time this New Year's Eve, I tried ketamine, and well, we'll talk about how it went. But
Well,
on
how'd
the
you explain
ride
to me before?
home,
You said you were trapped in a robot sex.
on the
something.
ride home, we were driving down the highway. I wasn't driving, unfortunately. I wish I was, but I was trapped
Yeah,
in my
same.
own robot prison, going 4,000 miles down the freeway.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that.
We can get
We'll
into
talk
that.
about- but it
That's
was,
yeah. That's
yeah,
the,
well,
that's,
that's a Patreon
That's our
topic.
that's our top story
which
for today.
thank you to the Patreons, by the way. How many patrons do we have now?
Oh, I did not shout the patrons out. I'm very sorry. Yeah, shout out to the patrons at the beginning. I forgot to do that. We appreciate all you guys. We are currently at 196 patrons. We will be doing a 200 patron special. We also are going to be very soon releasing, hopefully, a full merch line with 4 different t-shirts for you to buy for your viewing enjoyment. Also, on the front of Base stuff, the Based of Las Vegas TwitchCon vlog will be out. The first episode will be posted. This comes out Monday, so it'll be this week, Friday. This Friday of when this comes out, it'll come out Friday. First episode. There's 3 different episodes. They're each about 20 minutes. They're really well done. It was weird watching through the vlogs. So many memories that are just completely gone, just coming back to me. So it's actually really cool. I feel like you guys are really gonna enjoy it. It's probably gonna bring back memories for you that you're like, oh fuck, I forgot that happened. Oh, I forgot that happened. Because there's so much. Because like that week, man, was just so fast.
It was so
brutal.
much.
Flew by.
It was
So much,
brutal.
so
it was
fast.
brutal, dude. It's just absolute. We're getting the, like it's like someone was hitting us in the face, and like we eventually got to the ground, and at the end they were just beating us to death. Like it's literally that was a brutal week. It was very fast paced. But that's just
God.
Vegas, baby. That's Vegas. It's a fast city.
I'm going back in 2 days. so-
I can't
Okay,
believe you're going.
Jesus Christ, dude. Good luck.
Yeah, I didn't know until
Why?
yesterday.
Oh my
So-
god.
Well,
Wow.
Jake, Krylax, and T Pop are doing like a football game. And Riccio lives there, and then T Papa was talking to Annie, and Annie was like, "I'm gonna get off work and I'm gonna come." And then Annie talked to Mel. She's like, "You and Max and like Mariah and Andrew should come." We're like, "Okay." And so that's the whole fucking story. We're going
Cool,
back
yeah.
there.
That's a squad.
So, yeah. Well, no, Mariah and Andrew called out that it's his dad's birthday or some shit. But yeah, there's gonna be like 8 of us. Or no, I
Are you
guess
going to the
6 of us.
football game or no?
No, I'm not going to the fucking football game.
Hey, you'd have fun,
I'm
man.
gambling.
You could gamble on the football
Um,
game and then go to it. That would be the most fun, actually.
That would okay. That would be kind of sick. No, but the football game's on Monday, and we're leaving on Monday because I don't want to take too much time off.
What are you guys getting
Okay.
up to out in Vegas? You guys just gambling another degenerate weekend, or was
Dude,
you guys feeling?
nice food, nice drinks. Definitely no drugs or anything like that, and a
Of
little
course
bit of
not.
fucking degenerate gambling. We're staying at Caesars, so we'll
Cool.
trip to Geese
Great
of Water.
place.
Who knows? You know.
Love
Okay.
Caesars. That's probably my favorite hotel out there. Shout out to
It's
Caesars
pretty.
Dallas.
I like Caesars. It feels
Awesome.
like it feels Vegas-y and
Yeah.
It
it's
does.
really nice.
And it's very central too.
because
It's
there
really central.
because there's some that feel really Vegas-y, but they're not that nice. And then there's some that are really nice, but maybe don't feel that Vegas-y.
That's a
but
good point.
I think Caesar really is like the quintessential, like, top dollar
Yeah,
kind of.
I'm a little
Vegas.
scared, but it's gonna be a good time. So
Wait, is
This
there
should be good.
a Michelin star restaurant in Birmingham? Like, are you guys
there's
planning
actually
on doing
quite there's quite a few, but none in Birmingham. We're going to London early, actually. I know PJ is coming. I don't know if Ignoble, you're coming to that.
I haven't decided. I know I am gonna try to go to London early before Birmingham because I don't want to fly across the fucking ocean and
Wait,
stay
what are
in
we
the
talking about?
shithole
Is
called
it- is that-
Birmingham.
wait,
We're talking about
Runefest.
Runefest. now.
Runefest.
They switched to
We're talking
Runefest.
about
Yeah.
Runefest. Yeah, we switched to
Wait,
Runefest.
oh wait, it's in Birmingham this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could not afford London, so they went
Where-
Birmingham.
Where is that? Oh yeah, isn't that where?
Who
like,
cares?
Where you
Who
get
fucking
stabbed.
cares?
They get
By
stabbed.
order
That's
of the
where-
Peaky Blinders.
I just
Listen, man,
I just
it's
watched
all
the
the
first two
same.
episodes of
All
that
the
show. Actually,
Fire
And that's
show.
a pretty
Yeah.
good impression.
Yeah.
Actually,
No,
Tommy,
That's what they-
where the
that's what
guns,
they
Tommy?
Still
I'm
sound
excited.
like.
I'm not. I've definitely put it. I think in like maybe a couple months I'm gonna plan. I'm actually right now. I'm planning out like basically an itinerary for a based event. It's kind of just whoever wants to come can come, and I'm gonna post it in the Discord later this week. So
For
Oh,
Runefest?
shit. Okay.
no, for based. It'd be based Orlando, and it will be in.
Okay.
It'll be
I
at
was
the end
gonna
of.
ask
It'll
about
be
that, actually.
at the. It'll be at the end of May. So
Cool.
all of you are invited. Even you, Sater. You're invited,
you.
man. I'll see you invited, even if you don't want to come. Also, the housing should be paid for, so hopefully we'll see what happens with that.
What the fuck? It's
So
free?
That's right, because
Free.
the Patreon, right?
Yeah,
All of
we
our-
we're going to use the patrons' money to definitely fund some of the trip, so we can make more content for you guys, and we will do podcasts there
Yeah.
as well, extra podcasts.
Dude, a live
so
podcast in Orlando.
Shout
would be
out to
fucking
the
sick.
shout out to the patrons. It'd be sick. So we'll
I
see where
wanna-
we're at.
You'll be doing a live podcast every day. I'll make goddamn sure of that. That's what's gonna happen.
the producer. Yeah.
Satan's
We're all
just
just
gonna
strapped in
drag
these chairs,
T-Papa-
fucking roped
he's gonna
up.
Drag T-Papa and Tasty to the fucking seat. Talk. You're
There's
gonna
no
talk.
casinos,
You're
bro.
gonna-
We'll be fine, dude. There's no
That is
casino.
true.
We're
There's no
good.
casino. That is true. It should be
Wait, so
easier.
I want to know. I want to know. We were talking about fitness goals earlier.
Well, yeah.
Tasty, do
Want
you
to talk
have
more about CrossFit?
Do you? Well, no.
Yeah.
Do you have
Sell
any?
it. Sell it to us.
I want to know. Tasty, you
code.
mentioned that you were doing some stuff. Do you have any fitness goals specifically though?
I want
Other
to
than
try
doing
something. I want to try
steroids.
something new this year.
Hey man,
like,
let me suggest something to you. How about you just go to the gym, okay?
That's actually a big part of it. I would love to just go to the gym. That'd
Because
be
I know
sick.
that when you go, you'll work out, but you just don't go.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
have a-
no,
do you have a
it's
full
just
rack-
been
like
the
a squat
last.
rack and plates in your backyard.
I do.
I think
yeah,
I've seen
do.
like little.
I
I
have
don't know,
that
like
and a
little
tire.
videos or something.
I want to do something a little more like actual cardio and health focused instead of just being like fucking push up as much weight as you can. Because I mean, I've done that for 5
Well,
years.
like
I've
a
gotten
fun
as strong as I
activity to
want
do?
Pick up a sport. Pick up a team sport. Dude, that shit is fun as fuck. Like intramural sport.
Yeah, I mean, like
don't know what
something
it's
like
called.
that. I'll
beer
play
league or
fucking
something.
pickleball with Olive, bro. Like I'll
Okay,
do shit like
pickleball is
that.
gay
I
as
just,
shit. No,
I just
no,
want to be.
pickleball. That's like,
I'm gay as shit, bro. Have you seen me?
You should have
Okay.
seen
Look
the
at me,
last
dude.
thing.
I was gonna
The
say,
last thing
like-
Tasty sent me on Instagram Reels.
That's
Okay,
Bro.
but that did look like you though.
I
That
think
that really
would
reminded
be,
me
I
of you.
think the health centric thing will be good for you because that's what I'm doing. Because I just like it was so
Yeah.
hard to like find a way to get motivated. And like I saw photos of myself at like TwitchCon, and I was like, okay, I'm getting fat. Like, yeah, I'm strong as fuck, but like I'm getting fat. Like I'm gonna make some changes and like go back to like getting into Terminator shape like I was when I was working. And I'm
Yeah,
pretty much
no,
back to where I
exactly.
was now. So I was like, but yeah, I feel way better. I feel lighter. You feel more confident. You feel good. So like, I definitely go for that because like when you're doing the heavy, like it's just it's different. It's harder on your body, and
It
like
is,
it's
yeah.
easier to get burnt out fast. Like you can stay a lot more consistent if you're.
I'm
You know.
I'm keeping my I've the two things I've started doing very recently because my first couple weeks of doing really heavy, I was just kind of murdering myself. Like I was full body sore literally all the time.
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
fatigue from doing a lot of those lifts is like super high. So I'm not training to failure. I'm leaving a couple reps in the tank, and I'm dropping a lot of the warm up sets that, to be honest, like it would be a working set, but I was doing a lot of volume. Now I'm getting to my heavier sets quicker to try and just strictly train for strength and like hit those high intensity lifts. And also to kind of decrease a little bit of the volume because I was getting pretty beat up. Like last week, bro, I go climbing every Sunday, and I was like, I just sat on the gym floor and was like, I'm not gonna climb anything. I can't move. So hopefully that.
You mean what? You went bouldering? What did you do?
Yeah, I go bouldering every Sunday.
Dude,
So.
bouldering's fun as fuck.
It's
Bouldering
really
is
you
also
also look
fun.
like you
So
also,
hard
you
when
also look
you're
like a guy
heavy.
who goes rock climbing. You look like
I
rock
did-
climbing.
Yeah,
I
you
see-
definitely do.
I-
You
I
definitely do.
actually,
Bro, you look
almost
like the
didn't
guy's
even
got that
mention-
bag of chalk in the back, like fucking dipping his hands in, like, ooh, yeah, my
bro.
hands are all jizzy. Ooh, yeah,
Bro,
I'm
I
gonna be
know,
a
but
this
fighter,
is-
man.
dude,
I did
it's not even
chalk to
necessarily a
fucking
bad
You
play
are
thing.
RuneScape.
literally white people. You're just white people. Like, I just don't know
You
how to
look-
put it. I just don't know how to get like my hand. I don't know. You're just that guy. I don't. You're just literally.
You look
what-
exactly like who you are. Like that, you know? Like,
Bro,
which is
you
not
look
a
like
bad
you should
thing,
live
bro.
in fucking Boulder, Colorado. I don't know what it is. You just like look
I
like that. You
know-
just like.
I know all this about myself, by the way. So yeah,
But
it is
it's
what it
why we
is.
love you because
I
you're,
know.
you're so
so
unapologetically
good.
Nine Rain,
I
bro.
like-
That's why
I thought you
Nine
needed-
Rain is the type of guy.
You
Like,
need
well,
like a travel channel show. Like you travel channel show guy, bro. You need a show.
'cause
They
here's
just
the
follow you
thing.
around the camera. Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
I don't
Yeah.
think like it wasn't an extreme amount of confidence that made me accept who I am. It was just the fact that it was so fucking obvious. Like it would really, I just had to admit it. You know, at some point you're just like, it is
Yeah.
what it is. Like
You know what I think would be a great experience? You should live somewhere where not everybody is white. I think that would. I think that would really. You know.
He lives
Like,
in
that
a
might-
very diverse city.
yeah. In fact, almost all of my neighbors are Indian. That's my neighborhood for some reason. It's almost like about half of my neighbors are Indian, and recently moved here in the last like 4 or 5 years. So I don't know if that was like if we experienced a lot of like Indian people moving to Austin around the time like the neighborhood was built or something. But for
Nine Rain internally is like,
Are you-
get them goddamn immigrants out of my goddamn
No,
country.
they're-
This that
You put those
bullshit.
on Facebook
They're-
groups, dude.
They're great neighbors because no one is as big of a Karen as an Indian mother. And so nobody gets away with shit here. Everything is taken care of.
That's kinda
Our
nice, you
Our
know?
HOA answers to the homeowners here because the homeowners are Indian
Ooh,
women. And it's like, dude, it's actually great. And there's, if you go on Google Maps, not to dox myself too much, but there's a house not that far from me that they opened up like it's technically a restaurant. I don't think it's a legal operation, but the food is really damn good. So you can just go down the street and get some Indian food. I don't
That's
know.
that nice shit,
Indian
dude.
neighbors have been my favorite type of neighbors so far.
Thanks for looking at me when you said
Let's
that
hear your
entire thing.
fucking
man.
tier. What's your least favorite neighbor, buddy?
I
What?
said that.
Like,
I
come
said
on, man.
that, and then I immediately thought, and we're not talking about anything except the first. It's just they're the best, and everybody else is second. Bing.
Are you gonna
Dude,
stay?
Nine Rain,
you gonna
I'm
stay in
gonna give you
Austin?
a. What'd you say, Max?
I was just asking if you're planning on staying in Austin. Do you like living there? Is that
I do like living here.
okay?
There's like annoying things about it, but also a lot of stuff that I really like about it.
I think you
and-
staying there is just accepting who you are. Like I'm never leaving Nashville. This is the greatest city for me on the planet. For me on the planet, I'm just not leaving. You know, I just love
Yeah.
this place.
My family's close. Bree's family's close. It's fucking hot here, and the summers are rough. But then I get like fall, winter, spring is not very cold. Like 2 days ago was
Yeah.
it got up to like 65 and was sunny, and that was really
Yeah.
nice.
Does
55. Damn.
does anybody else
Aaron-
have any like actual legitimate New Year's goals they wanted to share?
Real
I
quick,
do.
Ignoble's
But
been trying to
before-
grill me about what's going on.
Oh, no, I'm not grilling you. I
Oh.
actually want to help you out here. You know, as
Okay.
a man who grew up, who is Indian, if you
What?
go up to any of your, sorry, man, I hate to break it to you. My bad.
I thought you were Mexican the whole time, bro.
I thought you were a woman the whole time.
I'm
That's
sorry to
fine,
burst
man.
your bubble, boys.
Yeah, sorry, man.
But if you go up to these women and you
Yeah.
don't say like, hello, Mrs. whatever her name is, you call her auntie.
Auntie, yeah.
It's over. Like, it's over. You are in her good graces. She's
She-
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this white man is in tune with our culture. He calls me auntie. Like, it's like, so in our culture, it's like, generalizing brown culture is just like, everybody who is not your family is your aunt and uncle. Like, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, you call them auntie, you call them uncle. It doesn't matter if they're like your dad's friend, like anybody, everybody. So if you go, all right, it's just like a sign of respect and understanding that cultural aspect of it. You don't say like, "Oh, Mrs. Parker, how are you doing today?" It's like, No, call me Janice. Like, no.
I like that.
Dude, is that
White-
your-
Is
white
that your
girl
white
voice?
people impression?
What's that, man?
That's my
What are
white
you
people
doing?
voice.
That was pretty good. You sounded a lot like your normal voice, but it was yeah, I get it. I'll do that. No, I will do that, and when I do that, I will tell you about how it goes.
Hell yeah, man.
That'll be 2 months from now, but we'll get that. Thanks, man.
But yeah, no, I actually do have some New Year's resolutions, and you guys are all talking about fitness. Fitness is actually one of the things I'm going to get into. I am much newer into the fitness game than you gentlemen probably are. But I'm attending a music festival in May. So my personal goal is to be able to take my shirt off and not hate myself. Like that's my kind of goal.
Oh yeah.
Your goal
That's
is
I
your
won't
goal.
lie. It's a dangerous goal. That's a little
Yeah.
bit of a dangerous goal, but you know, it's
Dude,
a
I
good
think
one.
with fitness goals, you got to be harsh on yourself. You got to be tough on yourself. Like, don't be comfortable. Don't tell yourself, oh, this is okay. Be an asshole to yourself, honestly. Like, I'm just being real. I mean, that's maybe just for me, but like all the fitness goals I've said before, especially when it comes to just like losing weight, because like I know how to lose weight. I've done it many times in my life. You can ask Saint Tits, he can attest. There's been many a times I've lost a lot of weight and kept it off. And like at the end of the day, I think it really just comes down to consistency and intensity of your workout. Because who gives a fuck what you're doing? If you're burning the calories, if your diet's good, if the caloric deficit is there, you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna shape up. You know, if you're doing what you need to do. So, and at the end of the day, you have to be honest with that. And you can't like take the shortcuts and be nice to yourself. Like you got to beat yourself up because your body is gonna be in shock. It's gonna be completely like repulsed by what you're doing to it, and you're not dying. You're just a pussy, and you got to keep telling yourself that. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
real, dude. It really is. It's real.
That's
Like, it's,
true.
it's,
That's-
it's
no,
what it
very
is.
true.
that's very valid. That's very valid.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to go like to
I
the
will
extreme
say-
bro science side of that where you're gonna actually hurt yourself, but like a lot, like especially
No, there's-
towards the beginning of your journey, there's gonna be a lot of pain and stuff you feel that is just your body that's just shocked that you're like doing something that you haven't done in years. You gotta think about all those years of abuse. And your body,
Yeah,
just
but then
one
you
day
get
you
those-
switch it up.
You get those beginner gains where it's like really easy to see progress.
Yeah, the
That's
placebo-
pretty
yeah,
fucking
the-
nice, bro.
yeah, that's the best. Yeah, once you get
I'm
past
sure.
the pain part, the first like the soreness, the pain, you get to once you start seeing some results, then you get really into it. Sorry.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
like,
there's a good balance between bro science and real science. You gotta strike it.
100%.
science is stupid.
So,
Trust me.
Moving on, Sater, do you have any fitness goals?
do you have
Yeah,
any
my-
goals at all, Stater?
Yeah.
Any goals?
No,
at
I
Yeah.
actually
all?
do. Like fitness related, yeah, just keep kind of like chugging along. My
You look
whole
good,
like
by the way. You look great.
thank you. Yeah, my
You
whole
look
philosophy.
rosy.
I mean, thank you. Thanks, Ignoble.
I
appreciate
like
it.
the,
Did
I
you
like
just
the
blush?
face. I like the facial hair. I like the you're looking
Take his breath
stoic.
away.
Look pretty stoic. You look. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually the longest my beard's ever been.
Yeah, it looks
it's
good.
It's getting pretty
It does look good.
pretty
man.
long. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually planning on growing it. Like, it's not gonna be looking good in the next few months because I actually want to grow it. Like, I want to grow this optimally for like another 6 months or something,
Ooh.
just to do it. Like, just because I can, just to flex on them hoes.
I
But,
wish I
no,
could fucking
no,
do
like-
it. You're flexing on me, by the way.
Yeah, but you
Flexing
have
on
to-
hope.
I feel like your wisdom, once you have the beard down to here, is going to be insane. I mean, like, I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
have to listen to you.
Yeah, and like the more like the top hairs, like just getting thinner and thinner. Like the more like this is getting thicker, so it's kind of nice. So like eventually, this is all going.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. I said
Yeah.
man the other day and I thought of you, Tasty.
I always just
I
think of
stole
whale.
that from Whale back in the day. Bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
that's
I
a
picked
Whale
up
thing.
That mannerism.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true,
just
he
a
does say that.
conglomeration of all the people that I spend time with. That's truly all. I'm not a real
that's
person.
true.
Like,
What Will says,
that's all
man,
you guys.
that's,
Dude.
he doesn't say much, but he does say man.
Yeah, when he's off the camera, like Tasty's completely different. Totally different.
Yeah, it's kinda
Whoa.
Yeah. No, but real talk, it's like I feel like over this past year, I've just noticed it's just like I just want to have something that's sustainable. I'm not trying to like get massive or anything or try to get into like super super excellent shape. I just want to like have something that's like reliable and sustainable for like long-term health. I think that's kind of what I've But yeah, no, I mean, this past year was great, like fitness wise. I just like the little teeny things. I've never had to push myself super hard. I do
Yeah.
everything at home. Like I literally have not stepped.
If you're really consistent, you can get a lot
Dude,
out of
you
a
really
It's
little.
had
crazy.
You really had a fitness journey because I remember. So I did my first ever podcast on your podcast like 2 years ago. I remember us talking. We talked about fitness, and you were saying like, "Oh, I'm so lazy. Like I can't get it back into it." And then it's really like
I know.
next year, you fucking sent it after the mushroom revelation. You fucking
The mushroom
you,
revelations were crazy. That's for
You
sure. Like
said-
I kid you
Growing
not. I was
spirit.
talking about this
changed
on
your
my
life,
stream.
dude. It changed your life, obviously.
Yeah.
Like it was
No,
a
I mean, it was-
conduit to help change your life at least. I mean, it was you at the end of the day, but it definitely
Yeah.
I feel like for you, I've known you for a long time now. The last year of your life, like you went through a lot of changes, and they're like good. I mean, look at your fucking background. Like they're obviously good changes. Like
This is a green screen, dude.
We're about to have a
Green.
therapy session with you, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you my problems.
Like, dude, seriously, that looks terrifying. Like, I feel like I'm gonna lie down on the couch over there and tell you about how my dad beat me or something. I'm just like, dude. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, optimally, like this setup was to do mushrooms in, basically. I kid you not. I kid you fucking not. Because like I moved
You
to
knocked
Oregon.
it out of the park, dude.
Like, dude, like
Yeah.
I fucking moved to Oregon. I was like, dude, fucking psychedelics are like, not legal, but they're decriminalized. So I'm just like, oh hell yeah, like I'll move to Oregon. I'll have a nice fucking setup, have some great trips, Because like what I realized, like my early trips was like I want a really nice like aesthetic environment where I'm not getting distracted by like messiness or just I would literally have like just I would spiral because of like my environment I'd be in. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've actually speaking of drugs, I've actually been completely sober besides, maybe a little like stint in Las Vegas. But like other than that, I've been completely like
That's
completely
understandable.
sober from everything. And that's actually been really nice. It's been really helpful for my life, especially because like you were saying, like mushrooms was like the catalyst for everything. It really, I think, started with weed, actually. Like weed helped me, which is weird. You'd feel like it's the opposite. You'd feel like weed is the thing that gets you lazy as fuck and just like, But no, that actually
it can open the door.
it opened the
Yeah.
door to like different frames of mind. And that's what like started just like the initial fitness journey, which was just walking. Like just getting off my ass. Because I was like sat in my ass for like 3 years straight, just not doing shit.
I'm a huge
Fine,
proponent
RuneScape.
of walking.
Dude, I think
I'm
it's
the
a good
biggest
point to make
proponent
too,
of
because like a lot of people think, like you think of the stereotypical New Year's, like New Year, new me. Someone goes in the gym, and usually what happens is they go with their friend who has been working out for years or whatever, and they try and do what their friend does, and then they feel like they got hit by a fucking car the next day. Like I think that's like a good message to preach for fitness is ease into it, like walk. Do something like don't do a ton of stuff because like you're just gonna the DOMS, the delayed onset muscle soreness, is gonna kill you the next day. So you don't want that. Like you got to keep a good balance before you start going crazy. Because like I've done that too. Like I've had big breaks for it too, and I go back and I think that I'm him, which I'm not, and I leave the next day. I could barely sit on the toilet. So like
I
and it's
wouldn't
just
watch.
sad.
I
the
wouldn't
best part.
watch David Goggins until about 3 months into a training journey.
Yeah, don't
who's
do
gonna
that.
carry the boats?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Don't throw on Ronnie Coleman and think that
Yeah.
you're going to be anything like that because it's just, even though Ronnie's, he's great, but
So
take it
I
easy.
think that aspect pertains not to just fitness, but like a lot of
Oh, yeah.
goals that you pick up. Because like something is always better than nothing. Like if you're chasing perfection or chasing that, like, oh, I'm gonna hit the hardest workout, gonna hit this crazy thing, and then you don't hit it. You're too tired. Like if you fall off to complete nothing, like that's worse. If just doing something, even if it's not perfectly optimal, is much better than nothing. Just
That's
sitting
my
on your
nothing.
ass.
When on those days I can't get up for the gym, I literally go for a walk. I go walk like a mile or something, just so I don't feel.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that helped me like kind of get back into it, was realizing that it's not a binary. Like you're not either a piece of shit doing nothing and you're not like, or just David Goggins. Like that's not the two options. Like it's a million little decisions every day. Like you don't have to make all of them, but you got to start making.
You're
some of
either
them.
David
Yeah.
Goggins or his brother Jeff, who nobody knows about. It's
Yeah.
like-
I think that's the distinction for everybody though. It's just like I think growing up, like we're playing competitive sports and all that, I was always used to like insane intensity during workouts and trying to like work away from that and to just having a workout where I don't feel like I'm dying the next day. Like knowing that that's okay and it's beneficial it took a long time, but I think I'm finally like there for the most part. It's like intensity used to be so crazy in some of my workouts. I was literally going crazy. Like if I didn't like during those times, if I'd been using gear, I'd have been huge. It was like I was going in for sure.
Fucking
But-
shoulda.
I think
Dude,
something
you-
else as
yeah,
well is like
good.
the intuition. Like your body has this sense of like you want, like there will literally, like especially when I was hella lazy, there would be times where my body's literally telling me like, get up, get off your fucking ass and move me, and I would just
Yeah.
ignore it. I would just like you can literally feel the anxiety like approaching in, like, dude, you should really just do some fucking push-ups right now. I'm like, nah, like it's just not even like you have so much stored up energy. Like I eat a fucking pizza and I'm like, I want to move, but I'm going to resist it. So as soon as you start actually listening to your body and responding to what it's telling you, because there will be times where you're hella tired and don't want to work out. And that's your body saying like, just fucking rest. Like that's okay. Like you can literally rest right now because you're not feeling it. And then when your body's like really like, oh, well, like let's fucking move, you know, then move.
Yeah, Ignoble's just gonna start jacking off on the podcast. Like, that's not
Don't
what I meant.
Start,
listen to
buddy.
those
You,
urges.
you haven't seen his other hand
Cut
the
his
entire
hair.
time, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna
He's
tell
popped
you-
3 times. since we
Hands up,
started
all
this.
cast, baby.
You tell the parole officer that next time, bring him in. Yeah, I was just listening to my body. I know I was in front of elementary school, but like I was just listening to my body.
Whoa.
Well, one of the things that you guys are describing is basically like the practical truth of humility. It's like being humble enough to set a reasonable goal that you'll actually do. It's because if you actually look at yourself and you're like, what would Aaron today do? You're like, well, it's not fucking badass, but like I could do this and I would do that. And then you actually go do it and you make progress. But if you're like, but if you're not honest with yourself about where you're actually at and you set these unrealistic goals, then you're not going to do them and it'll be worse because then you lose a little bit of self-respect, you lose some momentum, and then you're like, well, fuck it. I'm going to not move for 2 more months.
People have bad experiences with the gym too. I feel like there's so many people who have gone and had just a bad experience at the gym. Whether it's like they did way too much or they're just like they feel terrified to go. I feel like that's a tough thing too.
Uncomfortable. A
But I
lot
feel
of people.
most
There's a
gyms,
big.
though,
There's a
these
big
days, like-
social anxiety with it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
like
the
if
thing
you
that
don't
sucks
know
is-
where you're going and you don't have a plan and then you feel awkward doing the moves, you think people are paying attention to you and probably they haven't even noticed you, but
They're not. That's,
like,
that's why I like the current gym culture. That's the thing. I actually like social media a lot for gym cultures because there's so many people who are preaching like because like all the people who actually go to the gym regularly, like they are not looking at you whatsoever. They've
they've got their earbuds in, they're listening to their favorite playlist, and they're just zoning.
They're going. Yeah, like no one gives a fuck. And if you needed help, they would help you. Like I helped a lady the other day, like, and it felt good. Like it felt good because I know that she like it was very clear she had not gone to the gym very much. I could tell like physically she was anxious. And she was like asking me about a machine, and I like showed her what to do, and like I felt good. But I feel like anybody who goes to the gym regularly would do that as well, because like most people are, they want like it's kind of like a
Like
it's
this
like
is
a
the thing they like. They want you to like it too.
It's
Yeah.
a shockingly nice and respectful culture. I think it kind of
Yeah,
gets a bad
actually.
rap because
Yeah.
of social media, but
It
like,
might, but everybody
kind of nice.
everybody
Yeah.
I talk to at my gym it's just a Gold's gym. It's like a normal gym, and everyone is really nice. And they, in fact, they're happy that you stopped to talk to them because it's pretty rare anyways. So, you know.
yeah, 100%.
Do you boys have any goals outside of fitness? I know we
That
all.
was the next question I was
want
going to
to.
ask
I've
you.
got
Do
a
you
lot of
think,
content
do you
goals,
think it's like
actually.
stupid to write goals down? Do you like because like a lot of people have like
No.
I feel like with New Year's people like they're really against writing down goals and stuff, or they're really for it.
So
I am gonna preach for writing down your goals because it is something you can always come back to. Like today, if you write down, even in like a notepad, an online, then an Excel sheet, whatever the fuck you want. If you write down these are the goals and you have like a little tick box or whatever for the coming days, if you actively remember to check it off and actively look back at it, you will never forget. Because like I know right now I'm super motivated to do one thing, but in 7 days after like a whole week of work, life, streaming, RuneScape, whatever the fuck, you forget. You're just like, oh yeah, my main priority back then is no longer at the front, is no longer at the forefront, and you forget about it. But if you have the sheet or the notepad or like wherever you write it down, it's like, oh yeah, I had this goal 7 months or 7 days ago. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep checking boxes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna preach for that.
I think I have one little caveat that I'll say to that because I'm a really big fan of setting goals and like keeping to them, and at least like say you get a week in, a month in, however long, and you're like, I don't know if this was the right goal. Like you can change it. That's totally fine. Like course correct.
Yeah.
But the one caveat I have had to, or like rule I've had to make for myself when setting goals is I don't talk about something until I've started it and I'm on the journey.
I've heard that.
And it's something I don't know. This is not something I understand generally, but it was something I experienced in my own life a lot. Is I would get really motivated about something, think it through, be like, yeah, I want to do that. And if at that point in the journey, I wrote about it in a journal and like really like planned it out, like this is what I'm going to do, or I talked about it. It was kind of like I was possessed by a spirit, and then I exorcised it, and it fucking left, and I never thought about it again. And I know that's like weird woo-woo language to talk about it, but that's the only way I can describe the experience dramatically, because that happened so many times in my life. But if I started getting the idea, and then I just started working on it immediately, and then would start the planning and course correction and all those things later, I would actually do it. So that's just a rule that I've done for myself. It was like, because I would go back and read my like journal and be like, holy shit, this is literally all where my ideas go to die. I would write them in there, and then and they would just disappear from my head. And
Really?
so, like,
Wait, so you're saying you prefer to talk about them rather than write about them?
Neither.
Or neither. Okay.
My rule for me is, if I'm actually starting to think like this is what I want to do, I just go start doing it a little bit. And I do it badly, and I just kind of muddle through it for like a day, 2, 3, a week. And then I'll start solidifying the idea.
Yeah.
But it was like, if I didn't start it, if I just put it in the journal or talked to someone about it first, it was like I worked through the idea, figured it out, and it left my head, and I was gone. It was gone.
I do that too a bit. I feel like I like to talk if I'm doing it. I'm more. It feels like it's more apt to talk about like fitness. Like I've been on a different diet, a different kind of regimen for a couple months now, so I feel like okay, because I know I'm working towards that goal, and I'm past probably the hardest part of it, and now I'm coasting the rest of it out. But like with the content creation goals, I have a bunch of those set, but like I don't feel like I've really started, because like I've just like I literally, like today was the first day I sat down and like planned a bunch of stuff out. For example, like Top Tuesday, which is one of the series I do on my YouTube channel. I started lining up guests for that, messaging people, reaching out to people, blah, blah, blah. And like, yeah, I feel the same way. I get that. Like, you don't feel like you're really working towards the goal until you start it. Like that's, at least like, I feel that way big time.
Yeah. I will say one goal that I'm comfortable saying, because I've been dude, I want to hit 100K so fucking bad on YouTube, and just put that behind me so I can stop thinking about the number.
Yeah, all us, baby.
Oh yeah, congrats by the way.
Yeah.
I saw, dude. You guys fucking soared,
dude, on the 31st, dude.
Record time.
31st, kind of sick. No, that's a good goal, because I feel like that's such a, for RuneScape especially, like no one's at 1 million, so 100 is kind of like the biggest goal there really is. But it's like such a mental roadblock.
Dude, I've been grinding content like, and part of it is I'm trying to put some series behind me. But like, I just put out a second video in December that was 1 hour and 8 minutes long. Oh, bro, like oh my god,
Jesus,
that's a fucking movie, dude. That's not,
I know.
That's literally a video.
My upload schedule is 1 or 2 videos a month, but I've been trying to make them like pretty decent length, and so this one was like a pretty monster grind. I did the Void Waker in 1 video.
Doesn't know too much about the YouTube scene. Is it better to have like a video that's like a full feature length film like that, or break it up into 15-minute segments?
I'll say there's no right answer, and you shouldn't chase that. So there's things that YouTube likes and the algorithm likes. It likes good click-through rate. It likes good watch time. It likes if people watch your video and then click on the next one. So there's a lot of really important metrics for YouTube. I don't think it's productive to chase the metrics. I think what you should think is, what kind of video would I like to watch, and what kind of video can I make that would be good for that? And depending on the grind that you're doing or the story that you're telling, what video length would serve that story? I think that's a much more productive way to look at it, because the truth of it is, I could have broken up the Void Waker video into 5 videos and done that properly, and it would have been the right thing. But I decided to do it in 1 video and do that properly. And so there's a lot of benefits to throwing out shorter videos and getting a lot more thumbnails on people's homepages, but there's a lot to be gained from putting out long videos with a lot of watch time. They tend to have a longer staying power and can really put up some big views even after the first month that they've been on the platform.
Yeah.
So there's not a right answer. It's like, you figure out what kind of video you want to make, and you should, and there have been points in YouTube's life where that's not been the case, where like they hard forced basically like an 11-minute video. It hasn't been that way in my experience, or I've done research on it, and it doesn't seem to be the case that there's like, this is how you should do YouTube.
I think it is the best answer. I don't think there is a right. I think that's the best answer you could have given him, was that there is no right answer, and I think it comes down to the artist and the style. There's a lot of different styles, like especially in regard to that. When it comes to the production of the video, is are you big on the quality? Are you big on the watch time? Are you big on the length? Or like, because there's, I think, at least what I know from YouTube, and it's like there's a clear distinction between like the quantity and the quality type people. There's a lot of people who like they do less editing, they don't put as much time into it, but they put out obviously more videos. Like I feel like the style, and I feel like it just comes down to what you prefer and what you like, because both of those styles are like, people are doing it successfully. Like there's plenty of people who put out way more videos than me and put probably a lot less like production time into them that are doing really well. And I think it comes down to the person and their style and like what, like you said, what they like most and what fits them best.
And I watch both. And it's not like one's better than the other, or I think one person works harder than the other. Because like you said, if someone's pumping out videos daily, they just have a very different, their product is completely different from mine.
Yeah.
I spend hundreds of hours on that Void Waker video, actually hundreds of hours. That's what I wanted to do, and that was my goal. Someone else who's pumping out daily videos, I mean, you got to turn something out in 6 hours of like recording and editing. So, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, like Behemoth daily videos obviously are every day. I would say an average of like what, 4 to 6 hours goes into it in total man hours every day.
Yeah, from everybody all around. Yeah, like 4 or 6 hours, and that's like and that's a team of people too. We're talking about a team of people.
That's
not
a
just one
team
person.
of people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's good though. What did you guys actually do on New Year's? You might do anything. I know I have stories about what I did. I actually did something cool, but does anybody else have anything?
I'll say, because it was short. We went out. There was a pretty nice restaurant at Steakhouse. There were about 8 of us, I think. Went out to this steakhouse, and they were doing like a New Year's Eve thing. So you paid for a seat at a table, and then they brought out a full course meal that you had a couple like options for. So we did. It was like 3 courses and then a dessert, and it was pretty damn good. And then we came back to, Bree and I hosted a board game night, and we all stayed up till like 1-ish, and then everybody went home.
Type of guy.
And it was pretty chill.
That sounds nice. That sounds
Yeah.
nice. I would love to play
sounds
New
really
Year's.
good.
And by board game, we played like the party games, like Red Flag and Cards Against Humanity, and like those kind of things.
Cards Against Humanity.
So yeah, it was pretty chill. It was nice because we had big plans, and then with my work schedule and other stuff we were trying to do at the beginning of the year, we were like, we can't do these, so we just totally dialed it back and did a pretty chill New Year's.
Nice, dude. This is the first year I've always celebrated New Year's.
Wait, before you go into it, also happy birthday! Woo!
Yeah,
Happy
wait.
birthday!
Oh my
Happy
God, your birthday!
This
He's
Thank
literally
you.
30, bro. He's gonna die.
23?
I am officially 18, baby. Who want me? Who want me?
Real talk, like how does 30 feel? Because you actually just hit 30.
Yeah.
Like how does it
Yeah.
feel? Like real talk.
My
Do you feel
20s
optimistic?
are gone behind me. It's over. I look at all you people like children. I have a cane in my bedroom.
Whoa.
Hey, I don't want to know looking at me like ignoble looks at children.
He was waiting for this moment to see more people as children.
What do you mean by that exactly?
He just became attracted to 20-year-olds.
21 is now okay for me.
Yeah. Oh,
But
shit.
honestly, I don't feel it hasn't hit anything crazy yet. I don't know. I feel just exactly the same as I was yesterday when I was 29.
What'd you get for your birthday? Any presents?
Ooh, yeah, I did. My girlfriend actually got me. You see this sign up here? This ignoble.
Right as you
solid
stop
LED sign?
streaming, you get that.
Right as you
Yeah,
stop
she
streaming,
was she was annoyed. She was just like, dude, like I planned this, like I planned to get you this for your birthday, and then you fucking go out and decide to stop streaming. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just like, I'm sorry, it's nice, but it's over.
He's like, sorry, babe, I'm just like 30 now. Like, I'm not gonna, hang around with
Like,
all these
babe.
kids on Twitch.tv.
That's what I'm saying. All you children on that gaming website, I don't deal with that anymore. But what else
cool,
did I
man.
get?
You got a cool balloon. This is happy.
Oh yeah,
Good.
she did.
Is that happy
Come to my-
birthday or New
Hey
Year?
man,
Okay.
did she give you anything else possibly?
Right before the
Hey.
cast, maybe.
No, she gave me a very nice, celebratory hug, as any couple does.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
very
Yeah.
wholesome. Go on
Yeah,
about your New
exactly.
Year. Sorry, it is Ignoble's birthday, so if you're hearing this, message him and tell him happy belated.
Get you a girlfriend that'll give you a hug on your birthday. That's dope, man.
That too.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
crazy.
You know, we all
I
need a
usually
hug,
I
you
usually
know?
have to wait every year like that. That's like what I look forward to. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I can't wait to get a hug. We in there. But my New Year's was actually, this is the first time I've ever spent my New Year's alone, and not in a bad way. I've always went to my friend's place. I used to drive up to Jersey for Christmas, stay through New Year's, and get absolutely fucking tanked with all my homies. And
As you do.
as you always do, this year I came back a little early because I had to be at work on the 2nd, because I was like, fuck it, I'm not driving back on the 1st. Like, that sounds like ass. So I came home on the 30th and spent the 31st into the New Year playing Spider-Man. I got really high and just was web slanging around the city, and it was
Oh my
fucking great.
God. That's fucking sick, bro. I would have picked a better game like Baldur's Gate 3, but you know, you do you.
Yeah, okay, man. We can't all be gods like you, Nine Man. Sorry.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, pretty
Is there a new Spider-Man game, or is this like you dipping back in like an old
yeah.
favorite or something?
So Spider-Man 2 just came out a couple months ago. I literally
Does
bought
it
a
make
PS5.
you feel like you're Spider-Man?
Oh, dude, I'm fucking. Okay. I probably felt more that way because I was like pretty high and I was just slanging
Okay.
around. I'm just like,
Dude, from the
Just like,
shorts I saw
oh.
of that game, it's insane. It looks so good. It looks
looks
crazy
pretty
good.
sick.
It looks really
it's
sick.
just
yeah.
it's immersive in the sense that like something about just slanging around the city is so fucking fun. I don't know what it is. Like, you get to go punch a couple bad guys and then go, I'm out of here. I'm like on to the next place. It's like, I don't know
That's
how
cool,
to
man.
describe it. It's just like relaxing, fun, and enjoyable. Highly recommended. Any open world type game. So looking forward to GTA in 5
GTA
years.
6, I cannot wait. I might become a GTA 6 streamer, honestly, and a role play.
I think you could do. I
GTA
think you could
streamer.
actually unironically
could-
be
you
good
could
at that
pull
kind
We
that
of
gotta
shit.
start a
PJ.
role play server.
No, I would
honestly.
do
We
role
gotta-
play.
We
I
gotta
think
break out.
I think
dude.
I could do
Would
it.
you do cop or no?
Oh, cop for sure. 100%.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
Kill it
yeah.
as cop,
100% be a
Yeah.
cop. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would also. I think you could do both because
Well, I could do like the good cop. I could do the piece of shit cop. Like, I could go all the way. Like, I have the full realm. I've seen the full realm of cop. I think I could do well.
yeah.
with any
So
of
you
those.
could do both good cop and PJ cop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We've talked about it before. I think like if we had our own thing and just had like videos of a base
Yeah.
GTA role playing thing, it would be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
I would
don't
play
know if
the
you had
shit-
the
I would
time.
play the shit out
I
of
feel
that,
like
guys.
T Papa and Tasty are like they're definitely drug dealers, but like not like the top. they're on the field slanging.
I'll
you
get
know?
the
ones
street
where you-
level, dude.
you
I'll work the
arrest them,
fucking corner.
Like you arrest
dude.
them
I
and you
would
feel
love to do
bad.
Yeah, you're like,
Like
"Oh,
they're
come
in the
on, man."
back of the car,
Yeah.
and you're just like, get out, just go.
Yeah.
Like,
Hamzy, Hamzy is definitely
home,
Hamzy's
dude.
definitely their supplier. Hamzy's definitely
Hamzy's
their
the
supplier.
king.
He's the king.
like when you
supplier for
when
sure,
you
yeah.
arrested Tasty, it's one of those like, do I need to call someone to come get you? Like,
You can call your dad.
I call my dad.
Give me a phone, give me a phone.
yeah.
What do I do when I go to jail? Can I call my dad?
What do I do when I go?
What would
Oh,
Nine
God,
Rain be?
what-
What would Nine Rain's role be in a GTA role playing server?
Yeah, I actually
He'd be
don't know.
a CrossFit instructor, dude. That's what the fuck he would
I'm
be.
like trying to sign people up for my gym.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
it
sick.
would be good for sure. I'll tell my New Year's. I
let's hear
actually I went to Atlantic City for a wedding on New Year's, which was pretty cool. Which is
What?
it was actually a
Shit.
content creator who was getting
Can you
married.
talk
he doesn't,
about that, or is it like kind of secret, or what?
he doesn't want people to know. He doesn't want it out there. The guy who got married. He is a
Okay,
content
okay,
creator, but he got married in Atlantic City. Huge Italian family. I've been to an Italian wedding before for one of my best friends who's Italian, and like it was a lot, but this one was like ×2. It was insane. Everybody in the nicest suit you could possibly imagine.
Also, real quick, I like that you went with hyperbole, but you only went with ×2, not like ×10.
Yeah, it was
I
×2.
was like, that's very reasonable.
Yeah, it was just more. It was a lot more. It was very in your face.
Like more than an Italian wedding, or
No, it was upscaled. Like it was like more. There's more
see.
people there. There was more food there. Like everything was like scaled up a bit from the first one I
I
went to.
hate how American weddings are. They're like 3 hours and it's like fucking 20 people and it's like, oh man, it's an intimate thing, dude. All these
That's
other
like a Catholic
cultures,
wedding, bro.
all the fucking other cultures out there, Italian weddings, fucking Indian weddings. There's
Well, dude,
700 people at these fucking things, dude. It's insane. You're missing out on all the fun of
I got to meet
people of all the
Franco,
generations.
Luciano, Mario.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Mario, Ezio, flew in from Italy on the boat.
I saw people do that. People were actually doing this too. I didn't know if that was like actually a thing or not.
That's
but, like,
fucking crazy,
people
dude.
Actually were doing that, like when they were talking, and I was like, holy fuck, this is insane.
They
Yeah,
do
you got the
that.
garbanzo
That's what I said, dude.
beans.
So here's what I said. Going to that wedding cemented to me that the only white people with culture are Italians. That's it. There's no one else. Like it's literally that is.
You don't think not Greeks?
No, dude, not like that, dude.
Name one thing about Greeks other than euros. Go.
Dude,
Good point.
You
Good
literally
fucking
snatched
point.
that out of
What
my
about-
hands.
what
I was like,
about-
whoa.
Ah,
Maybe I don't know. Russian people possibly, but they just drink, right? I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
that
that's kind of.
I don't know.
What about
but
like
it's
Irish
like,
people? I don't
It just
know.
is like a welcoming, warm. It's like it's very strong. It's very in your face, but it's awesome. It's sick. But they had a cocktail hour that was like 3 hours, where like so a bar was open. There's just like all these different types of cheeses. They had one table literally just for like bread, like tons of different types of garlic bread. And then they had this huge table with
fuck.
like 8 different types of pasta, every type of fucking noodle you can think of, every type of fucking sauce. The marinara was flying everywhere. It was fucking insane. And then after all that, we actually sat down for fucking dinner where they brought us out a 3-course meal, which was crazy. And then they did
Italians
dessert.
eat, bro.
And then
They
it was time to dance. This is like 10 p.m. now at this point. It's time to dance. The 2 hours of dancing before New Year's Eve. I feel like I'm about to die. I'm in a suit. I'm so filled with food. I was like off to the side, like breathing. I was like, this is insane. I go to the dance floor. I look to the right, dude. This is a huge dance floor, huge wooden dance floor. On the right, there's this massive fucking table that has pizza all the way down it. There's a huge table for just cannolis. There's also these like funnel fries. And then there's also like cupcakes. I'm like, this is fucking insane. And like the guys are like coming out. They start bringing out these like special dessert hors d'oeuvres. I'm like, what is like this is crazy,
Are you about to name change to Cannoli Joe?
dude. Well, that was the thing. Is like I had to go sit down, not because I was drunk. I had to sit down just from being so full. Like it was the food. The food was way. I had probably, I don't know, fucking 12 vodka cranberries, but the food. All I could feel was the
fuck
fucking. All I could feel was the food, bro. I ate so much. I was literally just, dude. It was a lot, but that was definitely one of the best weddings I've ever been to. That's definitely in the top 3. It was sick.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
So it was also very beautiful, very wholesome, very very cool. No one's topping that, but go ahead if
Well,
you got
fuck.
something.
I just went to a party and fucking imbibed drugs and alcohol with some of my best
Yeah.
friends.
Well,
So
dude,
I had a
uh,
great time.
You
the thing is, like,
20-year-olds
you know what I talked
always
about?
doing those kinds of things.
gonna jerk you
I
off.
talked about before, like with the Thanksgiving. I hadn't done, New Year's is the same thing. I think the last like 3 New Year's I was working. I was working, so that was the first New Year's I'd
Damn.
like gone out for in a while and did something. Because before that, I used to go hard as fuck. Go out and get absolutely obliterated with your friends, and it usually is a bad experience because you get too drunk. But
Oh yeah.
that one was awesome.
Always bringing the new year with somebody puking or something
Yeah,
like that.
you
It's
got
like fucking
to.
amazing. Like there's somebody
Yeah.
always getting too
Yeah,
fucked up.
dude.
I did
Imagine
not
you know
get
what,
too
you know
drunk
what
this
my
New Year's.
nightmare
It was
is doing New Year's with Hamzy. That's probably why he's not here right now. He's probably still recovering. He's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like
You
in a
think so?
stasis pod or something right
That's
now.
probably what it is.
A bunch of IVs looked up to him.
You're actually probably right. Like I didn't
That's for some
consider that,
good.
but
Yeah.
Sater, how's your New Year's?
Nothing notable, honestly. Just chilling.
Were you
chilling at my
sitting
house.
right there and then you were just like,
No, it's actually I was just chilling on my couch on my phone.
kind of threw your hands in the air, little jazz hands.
No, it was chill. But
Very
I
nice.
spent a lot of time with my family for like the holidays overall, and my little brother was in town, so we hung out a lot. It was nice.
Nice.
Oh
It's
yeah.
comfy.
You said little brother?
Yep.
How old is your little brother? Like
He just turned
much younger?
23.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Youngin. Nice.
I did. I had this. I want to get into some of the topics here before we do the Twitter workshop. Just to do a couple here, but this is one that I put in, just because it's kind of topical because we've talked about it recently. I put it in there. It's the Dextero link. If you go to the After Doctor Sanctus, if you can throw that up too, if you can stamp that.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Oh well, let me post the link for you guys here.
About the implied nudity thing?
Yes.
They're talking about?
Yeah. So basically, Twitch. Obviously, we always talked about it before on an episode that Twitch changed their guidelines for sexual content, and as a result of that, a new meta started with the censor bars, which I don't know if you've seen it, Nine Rain, or say it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you've seen it.
Oh yeah,
It's been everywhere.
I was
But-
real time following that. It was very entertaining.
You're watching a lot of it, yeah.
I was in Indie Fox's stream and I saw Sater in there. He was chatting away. He was like, "Hey, I really like your
So
phone."
now, they're going back on that, and so after the censor bars, you can no longer do that. It is now bannable. They've went back on that now too. The first thing
They
they went back
banned
on
implied
was
nudity.
the first thing they changed back was the art. You can't just draw. You can't draw nudity. They changed. That was the first change, and now they're coming back another step and saying you cannot do any implied nudity.
This is the craziest thing to me because it's like they haven't learned the lesson that it's like the first lesson of the internet. Really, it is the first lesson of the internet.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Is that if you do not explicitly ban porn on your website, it is a porn site immediately.
Yeah, it was going to be porn. Yeah.
That's like the one rule. And another crazy thing is they will not say the P word. I have never seen Twitch type the word porn once.
Well, that's
They're-
probably very intentional.
They
I
are
would
so
imagine.
scared of the P word. And
So
it's
are
like,
advertisers.
dude, I get it, but like their refusal to actually acknowledge that pornography is a thing
Yeah.
and that it has a place,
What about this?
they
So-
won't have that discussion. So they're going to keep having to be specific about a billion things.
Yeah. Because it is by definition, that stuff is porn. It is a depiction of erotic behavior intended to cause sexual excitement.
Yes.
So that is porn.
And it's
By
because
definition.
I
if
agree
that's
with
your
I agree
definition.
with you guys here, but that is their argument on the from the other side. It's like, oh, I'm on a website.
Right.
I'm just hanging out and chatting with my friends.
Right,
This is
it's-
not sexual. You're making it sexual.
Mhm.
And
right.
it's like
It's their inability to face their own content creators who are creating purposefully sexually explicit content. I'm not saying like hardcore porn, but purposefully sexual content. The refusal of those content creators to admit it and of Twitch to have that conversation with them. That's until they do that, there's gonna be article after article after article of them saying, okay, well this is technically not, and then this is technically not, and okay, well then this is technically, and it's like,
I just don't understand.
I think they're doing it
how-
on purpose. I think they
it's
know
for the
exactly
marketing
what they're
ploy
doing.
to get
I
eyes
think
on
they
Twitch.
knew, because the only bad thing that can happen with this whole thing for Twitch is that they lose like advertising dollars, like they lose ad contracts.
Mhm.
But as long as they keep riding the line, where they definitely went overboard with the new nudity thing when everyone started drawing dicks and shit. And they probably got like warnings from ad sponsors, but they probably did that to create buzz and then pull it back to a safe distance where people are now still. It's like free
I
marketing.
don't think they're that
basically.
thought. I think what happened is like it's the
I
corporate.
think they are.
I think
they are.
I think
would bet.
corporate Twitch brought this stuff down, and then the people who actually work at Twitch were like, "Oh fuck, no, this is gonna be awful," but they have no say. They just have to pump. They have to pump it out.
Yeah, well, it's Amazon versus Twitch.
Yeah.
From everything that I can tell.
So I'm trying to figure out like there are a lot of streamers on Twitch who do like the pool, hot tub, the beach meta, wearing like very like literal string bikinis, and you're trying to tell me that is not intended to promote any type of sexual feeling. Like I don't know, it's like you can't hard
You
say be like,
pervert.
oh,
what
they're
you're saying
being
is
sexual.
she's
Like,
asking for it.
We're cutting that
I'm
one
not
out.
Okay, all right. It's like you can clearly tell what they're doing, but they're under the guise of like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm just hanging out in my room with a 3x3 little pool in the background. I'm just hanging out here in my bikini. I'm not trying to
Yeah. I just
sexualize
think
myself. It's like,
Rationally, like if you like really are thinking about it rationally, if you're really being logical about this, like then like you're more than self-aware of what you're doing. Like, come on. Like,
yeah,
come
no,
on.
they are
Right, so-
The
self-aware.
thing is, I support you. I don't give a fuck. I wish they didn't change it. I don't
It's-
put your
it's
bars
really
the way you
just
want. It's not
on
affecting
Twitch
me.
at this
I don't
point.
give a shit. Like, get your
Right.
bag. But like Twitch, the thing, I think the topic here, the reason we discussed this is like, how do they not know better? Like you said, the first rule of the internet. Like it's like Twitch is. I don't know. Like, it's like their
they do know
surprise.
better. I
Yeah.
swear to God they do.
So
Yeah.
I don't.
Tasty's
I don't
the
think
conspiracy theory end where he's like
I-
they're pulling the strings, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They
He's
have
too
to.
content
I would
builder,
not
he's too
accept
deep.
any other answer.
I can see that perspective.
Earth
I can
is a
actually see
cube.
that.
All right.
That one I have a little more trouble with, but the
Yeah.
but the,
Hey, you can still shake your ass though. You can still twerk on stream. So
I've
at least
been
we got
shaking
that.
my ass, dude.
So-
Damn.
Hell
man, I don't know. So because like here's the thing, I wish they would be explicit about it. I'm not sure that I care one way or the other.
You can't be explicit about it, is what I'm saying. Is like
Yeah.
it's
a
like whatever
catch-22,
line you draw,
yeah.
people are going to be. It's fuzzy either way.
And that's the rule too. Is like if you make anything vague, they're gonna push it to the farthest
Yeah,
extent.
because you would have to get pretty far away from the line for people to stop being like on YouTube, for example, you can't get close to nudity, or they're like, nah, fuck you, no apologies.
Yeah.
We can do
They'll just-
educational nudity, but yeah. Your
Yeah,
point's
yeah,
made.
but you got to be really careful with it, or they'll just remove the video or strike it in a way that no one can ever see it, and it's like,
yeah.
well,
yeah.
there you go.
That's one of the funniest things Zoe showed me is like you can do educational nudity on fucking YouTube. There's just a video of a guy waxing his asshole on fucking YouTube,
Yeah,
and it's
that
just
is there.
and it's
That
just
is there.
educational nudity. It's so funny.
Huh?
There's
Yeah.
another one where a dude who's just like literally when the first 3 seconds of the video, he's like quick intro like how to like shave your balls or something, fucking full shaft and nuts out.
Well,
and
here's,
he's
here's
just like
another
Jesus.
here's another
I've
huge
seen that.
problem that Twitch has to solve in that regard that YouTube doesn't. YouTube is based off all of YouTube browsing is based off of algorithms that will give you not only what they think you're looking for, but what you're explicitly looking for. And they won't give you any of that stuff if you're not explicitly looking for it. You're not going to accidentally get balls and shaft on your YouTube homepage. If you type it in the search bar, you will get it. Unfortunately for Twitch, they're a more views equals more like it goes to the front and the top of the page. And so like if the guy at the top has his balls and dick out, there it is for the first person to click on twitch.tv. So like they can't, it's a lot harder for them to put that stuff out of people's view if it's inappropriate for the passerby without
Yeah.
making it like disappear from Twitch entirely. Because
Yeah.
no one goes to Twitch and types porn, dick and balls in the search
They
bar.
know it's
There
in the
probably
call.
there are probably a couple
Okay,
people
well,
that do
here's the thing. I think
that.
the majority of people they go on Twitch and pretty much everybody has the default viewers low to high or high to low.
Mhm.
And when they go to XYZ section, when they're looking around the different sections, like you're gonna see it whether you want to or not, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
Twitch has a lot harder time being like, how do we not destroy the things that are getting us all the
Yeah.
views without?
Yeah, I think
You know.
Twitch viewers are just more online and just in the general sense than like people who actually like consume Twitch a lot are more online than people. I feel like YouTube audience is definitely, you have a lot more maturity, you have a lot more diversity in the audience pool there. And it's obviously a lot bigger too. The audience pool is way bigger. There's another
Oh, yeah,
reason for that.
significantly.
So
Can I go on a quick tangent here with you guys?
Yeah.
I tried to go to the hub yesterday.
Plug-in
and
hub
it
on
the yeah
Rune
Rune
Light
Light
plugin
plugin
hub.
hub. Yeah,
Rune Light plugin
that's
hub.
the
Got it.
one.
Okay.
And turns out I tried to go and there's this message that pops up on this website and other multiple websites where it says that, as you may now know, your elected officials in North Carolina are requiring us to verify your age before allowing you to access our website. So I don't know if that's a bill that's already been passed or either voting on it or whatever, but they're just like multiple porn websites have now been taken down or like you can't access them from North Carolina because our officials want you to verify some other using a license or some shit like that, having an physical ID card. It's like,
I haven't heard anything about this.
I didn't know about this either until I learned about it because I tried to jerk off yesterday, lost my boner, and then
I've
started
just
doing my research on this.
I've just never thought like even if you're like, I'm just gonna assume the guys passing this are like, they're the conservative type. They're thinking I don't want my kid watching some stuff that they shouldn't be watching. Talk to your kid.
That's
I-
crazy. You're thinking no.
I don't.
I have a more doomer view. They're probably just being paid by somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They probably jerk
Yeah.
off more than anybody.
Yeah, but they're being paid by some. But
For real.
but my thought would be they're being paid by someone who has that opinion,
yeah, for sure, 100%.
right?
Maybe.
And then the answer to them is still just talk
That's
to your
interesting.
kid.
Who's
Who,
your
who wins in that
Right?
situation?
Yeah, well,
Like,
North
who's
Carolina,
paying
you
them?
have like a it's kind of like a mixed
Isn't
state when it comes to
big
politics.
porn like
I
the
think.
porn industry has a lot of money in it? Like what? Like who's
Yeah.
paying against them?
I don't know.
Bigger
It's
porn.
whatever. Like, that's definitely. I would definitely say that's a conservative thing. So whoever's lobbying for that is paying the
Yeah,
politicians to push
huh.
that agenda. You know, whatever. The standard
yeah.
politics bullshit.
I'd be
So
curious to
this has
know.
been passed. This bill, I just looked it up. It's passed as of January 1st here in North Carolina where I live.
Interesting.
And so Pornhub has also done the same thing in Montana. So North Carolina and Montana, you cannot access Pornhub. They've
What is
taken
in
it
that
down
place?
from
What's
it.
in Montana?
I don't fucking know, dude. Like 3 goats, maybe.
Interesting.
I guess. Fucking
I
maybe
I'll
a
do-
white-tailed deer.
I'm gonna do 2 of these topics just because they're old. These are from the patrons. By the way, shout out to the patrons
yeah,
for
yeah.
submitting topics every week. Now we're getting to the point where we have so many topics we're not even getting to them. That's a good problem to have. So thank you. We'll do 2, and then we'll do the Twitter workshop, and then
Cool.
we'll go on to the Patreon cast where Tasty's gonna talk about a sex robot or something. I don't know.
There wasn't any sex at the time, but yeah, we'll get into it.
Nice.
First one here is from Mr. Dimbo. Thanks for being a patron. What weird occupation could you convince people at your high scored union to believe you have? Props and thematic plus 1 guest are allowed. So you can use props.
Oh,
And
I've
have a
got an
guess.
easy answer for that one, dude. Easy answer.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, okay, when I was in Croatia earlier this year, basically it was with a big group of people from all over the world, and I met these Brits, okay? And granted, we were all pretty fucked up. We were at a club. And these 2 guys were like, I guess, best buddies that came together, and they convinced everybody hanging out with them that they were the penguin keepers at the London Zoo. And they were extremely they were very convincing. I talked to him for like 30 minutes. I was like, dude, that's the sickest job ever. Like, holy fuck. And then I was like, wait a second. And I was like, when me and my buddies went to Vegas for our 21st birthday, we had a conspiracy where we convinced everybody that we had just sold our company for $50 million to fuck with everybody that we met with. Is that what's going on here? And dude, the 2 guys like look at each other and they go, ah! And I was like, God damn it, dude. They
That's
got
good.
us.
That's good.
Man.
Yeah, it was good. So,
That's
dude,
fucked.
the penguin minders at a zoo.
Penguin minder.
Great job to lie about because nobody has a fucking clue how you take care of penguins at a zoo. Nobody works at zoos. There's like 4 people. So it's good.
I haven't heard that one before. That's kind of crazy. Like
That's
that's like
good. That's
niche
good.
enough that no one's gonna question it. Be like, you're lying.
Yeah.
But
But it's not like ridiculous because someone does it. Like that's a job. you
What
know?
I'm going to do
solid.
is I'm going to okay, first off, I'm going to front that I'm a content creator, except kind of play it up a bit more. I'm also going to front that I am basically a real estate tycoon, which I do own some real estate, so I'm knowledgeable enough
lie.
about it to talk about it. And I'm going to have I'm going to bring my friend Corey as my +1. He is huge, like he's 6'8" black guy. He's going to be my security to make it even more, you know, he can play, he's very good with
Ooh.
acting. He can play the role good. So that's what I would do. I would just basically take a version of myself and make it just this insane, like blown out of proportion version, and then have a security, just have this huge guy. Like, what are you gonna do? So I think it could work for sure.
Easy.
That's fucking cool, dude. That would work.
I'm just
Yeah, I think I
imagining
can
you
get
with
away
a
with it.
security guard. Like, why? Like,
That's the thing, it's like-
Yeah,
why would you
someone
need a
even
security guard?
someone
crazy.
even bigger than him.
Exactly.
Though.
There's a guy who's even bigger than me as the security.
Dude,
which is
you
hilarious.
should-
No,
you
have
should
him-
hire
have
a
him be
security
smaller
guard.
than you. Have him literally be smaller than
dude,
you.
hire Rick Noble as your security
Dude,
guard.
Back up, man, back up.
And then just have him keep showing his hands.
No,
like, you want to
no
mess with
photos,
me,
no
man?
photos, no
I wanna
photos.
see- I want to see Corey
Sandra's so
walk
smooth
in.
because I've been ripping people's hearts out.
Yeah, Corey walk into party, turn around, PJ's backpacked on his back, and he like puts PJ down.
Yeah, dude, I'd have. That's why I would do Corey too, because like I honestly wish he was a content creator because he's like a natural entertainer. He's very good at like acting and like doing little like doing mannerisms with certain people. Like he would play the part great. He'd be awesome. So yeah, I think it'd definitely make it work.
Damn,
That's kind of
that's a good question.
I think I would want to. I don't know how to phrase this, but I would want to be a pimp. I want people to think I'm a pimp.
Brother,
You know?
You know what? No. You might be able to pull it off.
Let him cook.
You
I'm gonna
might
pull up.
be able
My
to pull
plus
it
one
off.
is gonna be like the fucking. I'm gonna hire some chick off Backpage or Craigslist, whatever the fuck it is these days, and I'm gonna have her just the hottest chick ever. Just spend like fucking 5 minutes. Speaks only Russian. Doesn't speak a lick of English. Just like I'm gonna whisper things in her ear, and she's just gonna nod her head. I'm just gonna whisper random shit, and people are like, "Damn, okay." And I'm gonna tell people like I don't know how to phrase this. Like how do you euphemize being a pimp? How do you tell them that like yeah I
you
control
need
her,
you
know?
need to have her speak for you. You don't need to speak. That's the thing. You need to have her speak for you. Especially if you're
You
going
sound
with
like
the
you
Russian.
know a lot about this. What's going on here?
I
Yeah,
have
hold
a
on.
former career. I've dealt with pimps, so and
know
you're
what?
definitely not one. But you could possibly.
You could play into the common perception of a pimp with like a big fur coat and like some fucking silly glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little too.
That's
I
like a,
want to be
that's
a little
like
more
a 90s
subtle about
pimp,
it. You
though.
know?
Like the modern day pimp is like very
That
technical.
sounds like a magazine.
Yeah, like I was saying, dude, the modern day pimp is technologically savvy. Like you're gonna be like
Wow.
you're a good multitasker. You have multiple devices. You're good at communicating. Like it's a business. So like you know, it's bad business, but it's a business at the end of the day.
I tell people I'm a pimp, but all I do is just like this girl has hired me to respond to guys on her
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
That's the thing. Like the way you look, like you know, you're slick. You know, you look good. You're a handsome guy. I think you definitely could be the pimp. But as soon as you open your mouth, like there's too much estrogen. We need someone
Holy
to
shit.
speak for you. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude.
Would a girl have less estrogen, bro? What the hell, man?
Well,
That's
she's
crazy.
expected. You know, she's expected to have those things. You know, to an extent, like, especially if he's
Yeah.
a pimp. So yeah.
Do I just have to talk in a voice like this?
There, yeah, you should do that.
That makes
that's
it a
kind of
little
nice.
worse.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
can work on
I
that.
don't, I don't like that. I don't
This
like
is my
that at all.
normal
Maybe
voice, man.
uncomfortable.
I'm completely
Yeah.
just flaming you. I know nothing about pimps. I just see I could convince you. You know, at the high school reunion.
Convinced, yeah.
Hey, you want to come back to my house after the?
Bro, Nine Rain, what would you be?
I'm just
I've
telling
got so
people
many
I own a
CrossFit
ideas.
CrossFit
instructor.
gym. I just own a
Yeah.
CrossFit gym, dude.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta tell them you own like 10 of them. I own 10
I got
CrossFit gyms.
I own like 4 CrossFit boxes, dude. It's like all over Central Texas.
And I'm gonna be
That's
the
what it is.
person at the reunion. What is a box? What do you mean a box? What does that mean?
I will excitedly tell you all about it at the reunion because
Oh god.
Yeah, you'll pull that one
it's
off.
literally my job.
Sater, I feel like you should be a shaman or like a palm reader.
I give
or
him a
something
therapist.
Like that.
Therapist for sure. Tell him that you're a-
Therapist, dude. Yeah, you got like a cardigan or like a tweed
A
jacket.
tweed jacket. That's right.
And then
Yeah,
lie
yeah.
about your
Yeah,
clientele.
yeah.
Lie about your clientele. Tell them that you see like Robert Downey Jr. or some shit like every other. Like he
Oh, yeah.
flies out to you.
You're like you're one of those therapists for people who have so much money it's a problem. and it, like,
Yes,
weighs
that's
on them.
good,
That's
yeah.
what you
I
are,
like-
a
I like
financial
that for you.
therapist.
I could see that. Yeah.
Did you think of one for yourself? I feel like that's just we're
Dude,
just
actually,
putting
like,
this on you.
it's, I really don't have one. I was like
Hmm.
brainstorming in my head, but it's funny because you did say like the high school reunion, like that was last year for me, and I just completely forgot about it. Like, I'm not on Facebook
My-
either. Like,
my
how do
guy-
people even reach out for that? You know, if you're not on
yeah.
Facebook.
My valedictorian, I think it was the valedictorian was supposed to like say something about it, or like one of those people.
Class
It's the
president,
class
I think.
president. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the class president.
Yeah.
She
The
like,
one valedictorian.
Dude,
then.
we had a Facebook group or something. It happened during COVID, anyways, and so it was like supposed to get postponed. She posted this like insane message, just like nobody has said anything in that group for 10 years. And then all of a sudden, she just went on this like huge fucking post about like, I'm not doing this. I have no interest in this fucking stupid ritualistic shit. I'm not showing up at a high school reunion. If any of you idiots want to do it, it's your job. And just peaced out. And we're like,
bro.
I guess this ain't happening.
Calm
And
the
then
fuck
COVID
down.
happened, and then it just no one talked about it. And we kind of like
It's
like two other people that were in the I don't know, like class whatever that like the structure of that you voted in, like there's a treasurer and there's a VP or whatever that was, student council.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them kind of posted and were like, hey, do you want to do this? And then the other one was like, no, do you? And they're like, not really. And then they were just like, sorry guys. And then I was like, that was it. I'm not sure I would have gone. I don't know that like
10 years is a little short, honestly.
Well,
like it's not
yeah.
that
So
much time.
I literally you said that. Say that I same thing as you. I had mine, but you know what? I got the only reason I saw is because I keep my Facebook. I don't keep any Facebook notification on, but the Facebook Messenger I do keep those on, and I was added to the group, and they were doing one. Like legitimately, were doing like a big one. They had like rented out a place, It was legit as fuck, and like I was like, my initial thought was like, I don't want to. Like I was like, it's so soon. Like I don't want to go. Like, it's like, maybe 20, maybe. I mentioned my friend Chris. This is funny as shit. One of my best friends from high school, Chris. He is to say the least, very successful. He was born into a family that owns a lot of construction companies. And I was like, hey man, I'll go if you go. And I like put like the smirking face. He sent me back a photo of his AP watch and just said no.
Wow, that's
base, dude. That base is
That's
fun.
pretty funny. Actually,
That is pretty base. But
okay. What the point of high school reunion is only to flex on other people. There's no like, I want to see how you're doing.
That's
That's
the
why I
thing,
went, yeah.
the people that can flex, because that's my friend Chris, like he could flex the fuck out of on as hard as he wants to. And I feel like people at that level just don't even. It's like a waste of time.
I think the people that go for morbid curiosity. They want to see the fuck ups, and so. But no, I'm serious. That's why I actually think that's why you would go. You'd be like, damn, I gotta see what the fuck happened to some people.
You say that, but like I looked at the list of people who were going, and it was all the people who like if I was playing a game and it was a game of chance, and I was like, is this person gonna be successful in life? I'd probably push the chips towards no. All those people were going. All of them. All of them were going, bro. I was looking at the list and I was like, I don't want to go. I'm not going to this. Nope, not doing it.
Right.
Nope.
Well, I think it's just morbid curiosity that drags people there. But we have social media now. And I think that really, like, people kind of get that fixed sometimes. I know everybody manicures their own social media, so you don't really get, like, you don't get to look into someone's eye and see that they're really disappointed with themselves. Like, you don't get that through social media, but like, so I don't know. I don't know if anyone's having those anymore.
I would just want to go to see if that really hot chick Nicole got fucking fat or something, or if they, that's it. That's literally it. I don't want to know. Like,
That's fair. That's a good reason to go.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure maybe some of those people did turn out well, but yeah, like that was the thing is I looked through the list, I like saw a lot of like all the people, because you can like put on there on the event it said going or not going. And all the people that had confirmed were going were people who, like, when I was in high school, I was like, this guy is a sketchy character. Like, it was all like the people that I had like, weird reservations about were all going, and I was like, there's all the people that I would have the morbid curiosity to know what they're doing. There's maybe like a couple going, and I was like, yeah. And then I asked my friend, because if my friend Chris would have said yes, I would have went, and I would have told him.
You kind of do need a buddy. I don't think I would ever show up if I didn't check with a bunch of dudes and be like, hey, is anyone I know going to be there? I have to at least be able to stand next to one person that I can
exactly, because that's why I wanted to go, because like, I just wanted to hang out with him. We could just like, if it was shitty, we could just be, just
you could just people watch, and then leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine was 2 months ago, and that's exactly what we did. I wasn't gonna go at all, but then I had some buddies who. I did, yeah. I wasn't going to, but then I had like several buddies that came in from out of town that I haven't seen in like 6 years, and I'm like, fuck it, we'll go. We'll see what's going on. It was aggressively mid, but like it wasn't like weird or awkward. It was just like we're kind of standing around talking to the same people that we talked to in high school anyway.
And everybody just kind of did fine, and you're like, well,
everyone was okay. I did get baited a little bit, dude. I saw this girl who I like vaguely recognized, who was like super fucking hot. She was like crazy hot. And we were kind of doing the like random little like, oh, what's your name? I don't remember your name, sort of thing. And she like, someone was talking about how I was bald now, and I was like, yeah, shaved. And the really hot girl was like, no, you look really hot bald. Like that's a really good look. And I was like, thank you. And she's like, my boyfriend is bald. And I was like,
fuck.
Oh, man.
What the fuck is
damn
that,
it,
Why
dude?
would you even?
What the fuck is that?
She's a
took your
whore,
dick with her
okay?
hand and did
She's an
this.
absolute
Yeah, she just
whore.
slapped it around,
Slapped
dude.
your
I
dick
was
around.
like, well,
Like,
fuck you
if she-
too, dude. I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend.
I wish we
now,
were back in
like,
the 1600s, so you could either one burn her at the stake or brand her with a scarlet A on her chest. Like, that's what she deserves.
let's maybe
She
all it down
deserves
a
that.
little bit, Ignoble. Let's,
All
you know, like,
right.
let's. It was a, you know,
This
like,
topic's a fun one. It's a real fun one. From Dr. Legend,
God.
shout out to him. He's a tier 2 subscriber to my Twitch channel. I love you. Who got the craziest back shots?
wait,
Saint Tits.
yeah,
You're
we all know
goddamn
the
right.
answer to that.
Saint Tits got the craziest back shots.
Saint
Yeah.
Tits definitely has the craziest back shots for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drive there. We were talking about lifting earlier, powerlifting. Saint Tits is he's a deadlift and clean
He's
specialist.
a beast, bro.
He's insane. A lot of power in the hips there. So definitely Definitely has the craziest back shots. So
I
Yeah,
want to
right.
hit the 1,000 club. That'd be fucking. That's.
That's a good goal. That's a really good goal.
I think that's. I'm gonna do
that's
that.
solid. Okay.
1,000 club.
Mm.
Would you guys like to partake in the Twitter
Well,
workshop?
Yes,
I've got quite a few
guys.
today, yeah.
I have something.
Oh,
I don't
Okay.
remember. I
know.
don't remember if
That's
it was
great.
good or not, but I remember.
Saint, if
There's
you have anything on the
something.
low, send it to me. If you got something good cooked up there, I can field it at least.
I
I can
don't,
field it for you and then take the blame that it was mine if it's bad. If you want to do that, just let me know.
I'm on it right now.
this
Hold
is
on.
this is worse and better than I remember.
You want to go first?
Oh no. Yeah,
Sure.
send it out. Send it out. What do we got?
It's simply say what you want, but Mormonism is for the boys.
That's pretty funny.
True.
Actually, I'm not
That's
gonna
pretty
lie.
true.
Yeah, it's kind of like a double entendre where you mean
Yeah.
like, oh, for the boys? Oh no, for men.
Yeah.
Like, that's good.
I don't think I'm gonna touch it. I think it's pretty short and makes
No,
it
that's
a
a
little
W.
quippy.
I
the
like
point.
that.
I
You
see
know?
you
There's
took my,
there's zero
uh,
context for it though. Like
Tasty,
that
you
just
tweeted about Foe's knees. Did he respond to that?
I went into his Twitch chat and he was like, "Hey brother, I saw you tweet about my knees. Like, what the fuck was that?" And I was like, "Get it because you're old." And he was like, "Fuck you." That's it.
And now he doesn't
That was
allow
it,
you
yeah.
guys to put his clips on Behemoth anymore.
Yeah.
They're boring anyway. It's fine. All right. No, I'm joking. I love watching you do barrows on your 14th hardcore, man. It's really
shit.
He's
All
not
right.
wrong.
I'll take T Papa's job today of bad tweets. I
Okay.
have two.
Be hard.
Number one, I wrote this in the drafts when I was back home visiting family. Worst part about being home for the holidays is that I can't jerk off in the kitchen like I do at my own place.
That's a bit too real, I think.
That's just straight up honesty.
Is that a joke or
Yeah.
is that
It's
is that funny
it's not
because
funny,
it's
it's just
true?
true.
Is that-
That one has like a punchline, but there was like no reversal. Like it wasn't. I thought it was going somewhere,
It'd
but
be
then
a
it
lot
went.
funnier if Nine Rain tweeted that. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna-
Yeah, that
Wait,
actually would be a lot.
If he
what the
tweeted
fuck-
that.
Who the fuck said that to who? What was
That was
the?
me. That was me. It'd be a lot
Did
funnier
you
if I
say-
tweeted that.
Oh my god, that was a good moment for me. I remember that.
I think it was something Hamsey said.
I think so. Mm,
Shout out to Hamsey. Hope he's doing okay after New Year's.
yeah.
Hope he's
Nice,
still
probably
alive,
not.
dude.
Yeah, he's got hospital.
The other one,
Yeah.
I'm pretty, I don't think I'm gonna tweet this. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I just want to share with the boys. Wish I was a mid-white dude. The way they be collecting ethnic bad bitches. Why are you guys flexing on me? Fuck you guys.
That's me, bro. That's fucking me. You
Yeah.
like that shit. Yeah.
I love this,
No,
the
dude.
silent white guy cheer.
Yeah,
you
we're like,
guys like,
oh, yeah, take that shit, bitch.
He's taking my people away.
We're
my
fucking your
women are gone.
women. We're having sex with them right now.
Yeah,
dude.
Sorry, bud.
That's cultural appropriation. If you know.
All right.
It's not
keep
foreign.
them in
It's
the draft.
boring. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Real.
That's
Real.
wild.
Damn,
That's
dude,
crazy.
that's true.
I've got a few good ones. I did a little bit of cooking this week. The first one I want to share is a bit of a riff on something I already tweeted, but I tweeted it too early. I didn't let it simmer enough. So
Can I do this one?
yeah, you do yours first. I've got a few.
Wait. This is a long one. No, this shot. This is okay. This is definitely not saying this is me. Oh, you think vaping is cringe? You know what's actually cringe? Your constant Twitter feed of 1 to 2 likes. You unclever fuck. That's just
Yeah,
me,
that would be
bro.
funny if you just kept digging in, bro. The whole
Yeah,
rest of the
just-
character.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what-
Like just
we can-
fucking lay
Yeah,
it
yeah.
into
Just
him.
go to end of
Yeah.
character count.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll workshop that up for next week. We'll bring it back. Good
Okay.
start, though. Good start.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I would actually like
to.
to hear the evolution of that. So yeah,
Well, that's what the Twitter workshop is for.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
can
that's
definitely add some stuff for that.
Growth.
Yeah. Okay. Set the stage here. Can I get a doggy bag? Sir, this is Planned Parenthood.
That's like, I'm not sure I understand,
Do
bro.
it. Dude,
Condom.
I bet you'll get.
dude.
I bet you'll get 100 likes on it just because it has shocking material in it. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
people
stupid.
will
It's
laugh
the
at
dumbest
it.
one.
I think
I mean-
they'll just be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
that one's
sure.
for me. That one's for
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
guys
that
should
is.
do
Like
like,
that-
like a shuffling, like somebody takes your tweet and then the other.
I don't
like,
want
you know,
tasties.
Yankee
I- you know
swap.
what?
Okay.
Bad.
I've got two more.
All right, let's hear it.
Um, nice high beams, buddy. Have you ever had a gun pointed at you?
Let me take that one, dude. That one's good for me. Come on.
That
dude.
is
yeah,
so
that's a
good.
good one for you. That's a good one
That's
for you.
so good. I love that.
This next, I don't know when the fuck I typed this one. Two girls, one cup was the first mukbang video.
Oh
God.
God.
God damn
Oh
it.
my God.
Pretty bad.
Oh.
Pretty bad this week. Yeah,
Oh God.
we were in the incubator.
I feel gross.
That's. I mean. whew.
Bad.
That's funny. I think that would pop off. That would pop.
I'll tweet it. Do you want my gun one, Seth?
Yeah, I'll take that for sure. That's pretty
all right,
good.
all right.
How should I put it though? I put nice high beams, buddy. ... Have you ever had a gun pointed at you? Question mark. What do you think? Think it's solid?
I would omit the punctuation.
Yeah, don't
Just
do
no
the dots.
punctuation at all, or question
Nothing.
mark even.
Not even a question mark either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just no. Yeah,
Just one continuous sentence.
yeah. The
Yeah,
format's
nothing.
kind of saying it like a statement.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that then. That's solid.
Anybody else? Anybody else got some cook?
I'm going deep into the drafts here.
You have
Oh,
another
boy.
one you
That's
want
not
to
a
just
good
throw out
sign.
there?
That's not a good sign.
It's going. Oh, maybe I said this last time. I don't remember. Railing lions off your boy's weenie. Heart emoji.
Weenie?
What the fuck?
Like,
That was made at TwitchCon Las
Motherf-
Vegas in that little closet
motherfucker
that we had.
motherfucker just
Keep
said
that one in the
weenie.
drafts.
Wait, were you in the laundry room? Were you in the laundry room when we were doing that?
No, I was watching from
Oh.
outside.
Oh, okay. All right. good.
Yeah.
All right,
Jesus.
Sebe, do you have anything?
No, I don't.
That's okay. Well, go
All
ahead,
right, we
UK.
launching?
It's good to see you. Yeah,
Send
yeah.
that shit, you
Let's
too.
see him.
3, 2,
I
1,
will-
launch it.
I will say I actually kind of like the idea of what Sater said there. Have you guys watched that that Saturday Night Live thing where Colin Yost and Michael Che they write jokes for each other?
Oh, that's good. That's actually
Oh,
fucking
that is
good.
really fun,
I
yeah.
like that a lot.
I think that
We
would be
should- yeah,
funny
we
if
should try that.
one time we do that. We write tweets for each other.
You
like, I'm
guys
gonna
are
make a
not
tweet
gonna
back.
like what I write for you.
Listen, bro, we're not
That's
gonna
why
hear,
I like
we're not gonna hear it till next month anyway. So you have
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. He's got a lot of time to cook. All right, be careful, bro.
I feel like it's just gonna be like Noble's gonna read it, and then Person Joe's gonna be like, "Did Nyran write that? We gotta cut that from the video." It's like that's
Whoever gets ignoble, we already know what they're gonna write. So you know,
Whoa!
pretty,
it. Yeah,
I've got a few
that's
things.
true.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna have like
Nothing
Jagex
weird.
reach out to me like, "Hey man, you don't come to RuneFest, dude. Just say it."
Sater,
Don't
can you say something motivational to close us out here?
Shit. What is my? I mean,
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.